When we see Hanged Man, this is actually him in reverse. In the upright position, Hangman looks like this because he's hanging, and Hangman in the upright position, which would be as this, means walking your own path, getting comfortable with being your own unique self, not really worrying about what anyone else thinks, being willing to embrace your own eccentricities, your own way of doing things, not feeling like you need to conform, identifying with your own inner rebel, just being yourself and seeing things from your own unique perspective. And he gets real comfortable here. Even though it's what looks like an uncomfortable position, it's not the same as all the rest of society. He finds enlightenment here because he's being authentic. He's being authentic to his own self. So that's usually the message of Hangman. But in the reverse position, it's saying that you may have some either fear, doubt, or resistance in terms of doing things your own unique way, maybe standing apart from the crowd, or getting comfortable in your own skin, your own eccentricities, your own unique way of doing things. When he's in the reverse position, which is like this, there are sometimes pressures to conform, or worrying about what other people will think, or feeling like you need to do things in a traditional way, feeling like you need to do things in the way that everybody else says is right, even if it might not be right for you. So I'm going to encourage you, Leo, when through the month of April, because this is your focus card for April, I'm going to encourage you to embrace your own way of doing things, even if it looks separate from what the outer world says that you should do, or what the outer world says is the usual way of doing things. You have your own perspective. By being 180 degrees upside down here, you have a unique perspective on the world and on seeing things, and you actually get a lot of insight and enlightenment that other people don't have because of your own perspective. No one else can see things from that point of view. So I'm going to encourage you to embrace that, even if it feels uncomfortable. And don't worry about what other people think. Don't worry about other people's judgments, other people's opinions, criticisms. Hangman doesn't worry about that. But in the reverse position, some of that might get in there. Because again, it's doubt, fear, resistance towards just being your own self, hanging out, being comfortable, being comfortable in your own skin. Normally, you Leos don't usually have a problem with that. But in April, what it's saying is you might need to work against worrying what everybody else thinks. Allowing yourself to see things from a different point of view and saying that's okay. That's what I get some enlightenment out of that. I get some insight. So work with that energy for April, Leo. That's what's showing up for you as a central focus. Don't be afraid of being the rebel. Don't be afraid of being looked at as someone who's doing something different. That's actually an asset to you for April. What's in the shadow position is 10 of Cups. So what this tells me is that there is great emotional fulfillment available to you. You can see the rainbow is here, and usually the treasure is at the end of the rainbow. We have celebration. This is a real card of family, of joy, of peace. It's the most amount of cups on a card, and cups represent the heart. So it's emotional energy, it's emotional fulfillment. And when we have 10, that's the most amount of cups that will fit on a card. So 10 is like feeling totally at peace, totally happy, totally joyful. In the Rider-Waite, we see a couple holding up this cup, and there's 2 children dancing in the background. So there is great and tremendous emotional fulfillment available to you. But because it's in the shadow position, it's sort of like it may be like it feels just out of reach, or it feels like it's just below the surface, or you just can't get to it for some reason. It's not conscious. I'd like you to ask you to strip away whatever it is that is not allowing you to feel this or see this. This is in the shadows, so it's like it's right around the corner, or it's like hanging out in the shadows. Try to bring it up to the forefront. It's there. It's just like it's sitting, waiting there. Sometimes when I see things in shadow, I see it as like a little seed that is under the surface, and there's like a thin layer of soil that just needs to be brushed away for it to shoot up, or that, maybe it's in delay for some reason. Family, joy, and peace. Enjoy the treasures that are there at the end of the rainbow. Enjoy feeling full of heart, because that is what 10 of Cups is about, and it's there waiting for you. It's just that you kind of have to clear away whatever's covering it up. Ask the question, what is keeping my 10 of Cups in shadow? You might get an interesting answer there. What's passing away is 6 of Cups energy and 6 of Cups in reverse. So, and actually I just got another hit on this, which is, what is keeping me from fully enjoying what is there, what I have? What is keeping this in the shadow? What is keeping me from fully enjoying that? Because it's there. 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups is a card in the upright position that means sentimentality. It means innocence. It's the kindness between children. So you can see they're giving each other these cups with flowers in them. And again, cups represent heart energy. So it's like when we feel open and sweet and innocent and kind as children, like when we give gifts to each other as children. This is the younger side of ourselves. And when this is in the reverse position, I sometimes read it as cynicism, or being, cynical, because this is so innocent and naive and sentimental, and it's like being very childlike. It's childhood themes. When it's in the reverse position, I kind of see it as the opposite of that, like not being able to access that soft, childlike, sweet side of ourselves. So maybe being a little bit cynical or jaded. But I also see that as that's what's passing away. So that's what's dissolving, because that's in your passing away position. So if you're feeling any cynicism, if you're feeling like closed off, or like there's some sort of sweetness or innocence of life that is missing, try to tap into your childhood self. Try to be open like a child is, and let any cynicism or hardness, being jaded, let that just dissolve away, because that's passing away. This could also be like petty childhood stuff that's passing away. Sometimes in the reverse position, 6 of Cups can be like childhood stamping their feet, like petty little dramas that kids can throw tantrums, that kind of thing. So it's like not sharing. If 6 of Cups in the upright position is sharing, then there can be problems with sharing or giving gifts or receiving gifts. This might be like, no, that's mine. Everybody's seen a 4 or 6-year-old say that. So that's going to be passing away. That's dissolving. And then again, just embrace your own unique way of doing things. Don't worry about what other people think or how they see you or what they like. Ignore the haters is what this card is saying to me. They don't see things from your perspective, so don't worry about them. What's approaching for you is kind of a difficult decision, Leo. This is a card of dilemma. This is a card, 2 of Swords, as you can see, is a card where someone is checking out because they're having a hard time making a decision about something. There's this possibility, or there's this possibility. Swords represent the air element, so they represent thoughts, ideas, beliefs, anything to do with our mind. And this is saying, I don't know whether to go left or right. I don't know whether to go up or down. Therefore, I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to put on this blindfold and I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to not choose. So this can be a card of stasis. It can make you stagnant. It can make you just stay in one place and be checked out. Like, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to make that decision. So I'm just not going to make that decision. I'm not even going to see it. I'm going to just be here, and I'm going to just be kind of immobilized. So the way out of this is to put down one of the swords and go forward and to take action. Because if this is a card about inaction and being debilitated by a dilemma, or not debilitated by indecision, not being able to make a decision between something or a certain course of action or not, allow yourself to just make a decision, whether it is, you can always change your mind later. You can pick up the other sword if the first one doesn't seem right, but take off that blindfold, put down one sword, and take action, because that will lead you out of any Two of Swords energy. There's going to be something coming up for you. I kind of get too with this new moon. See this crescent moon? That's usually a depiction of a new moon, and that can be that new moon in Aries in your 9th house. So some of you may be choosing between, like, should I go here or should I go there? Because 9th house, remember, is travel, exploration. Should I go to this destination or should I go to that destination? Should I study this philosophy or should I study that philosophy? Should I, what are other 9th house themes? Religion, spirituality, higher learning. Should I go to this school or should I go to that school? Should I be Jewish or should I be Christian? Should I be Muslim? Should I be Hindu? Like, this is just, you can go back and forth between this. So just try one out, take some action. And it has to do, should I publish this book or that book? Should I go with this publisher or that publisher? It's any kind of vacillation between trying to make a decision between one thing or another. I get with this new moon showing up that it is an Aries related theme. It is like, should I take action now or should I take action later in the 9th house? So should I travel now? Should I travel later? Should I go to this destination? Should I go to that one? Should I go to this school? Should I go to that school? Which philosophy is right for me? Publishing, philosophy, spirituality, religion, higher learning, and travel are all, did I say publishing? Are all Sagittarian themes. So this indecision, this difficult decision could be related to one of those things. Just choose one. Doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. You can change your mind later. Just take action on something. That'll get you out of this. Hope I spent enough time on that card. I think I might have. So part of it is that what's highlighted for you is Hermit. And Hermit is really concerned with the truth, with capital T. Hermit really wants to know the answer. Hermit is willing to strip everything else away to find the answer and hold up that lantern of the truth. And I always say, Hermit, truth with a capital T. He's willing to leave the rest of the world behind to actually find out what is true for him. So that's featured for you. This could actually mean, Leo, that spending some time alone could be very beneficial for you. When Hermit shows up, in the upright position, in the highlight position, doing some inner working, inner searching can be very beneficial. This is like a monk who goes up into the hills. I call this card Monk, Disciple, Guru. It's the person who separates himself off from society. Hello, echoes of this. Hangman is an outcast from society. Hermit leaves society by choice. Hangman is separated off from society because everybody thinks he's a weirdo, or he does things different, or is a rebel, or doesn't do things according to the rules. Both of these are solitary cards, Leo. So even though you are naturally, by nature, you have this sunny, golden radiance to you. You're your natural performer. You do well with social things generally. You can hold a stage. It might be good for you to just be on your own a little bit, or have some quiet time, have some time to reflect and pause. That's one thing that these two cards have in common, is that they each get this inner light. There's usually a halo around this guy's head. And this guy holds this lantern up of insight and knowledge and wisdom. They each see some kind of truth from spending time by themselves and thinking their own thoughts. So I'm going to say, Leo, one of the things that's going to be important for you for April is taking time to be by yourself, to think your own thoughts, dream your own dreams, find out what's true for you. That's the T, with truth with a capital T. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. It really doesn't. It's your own unique self, your own perspective that is central for you. And also, what's true for you? What is your truth? That's what Hermit is asking. So look within, dig deep, honor your own perspective. Don't worry what other people think. Find out what's your truth and your perspective. You're going to find serenity there. You're going to find illumination. You're going to find, you're going to find enlightenment there. So that's the theme for April for you, Leo. For the first week, what's featured is Seven of Wands. This is standing up for what you believe in. Seven of Wands can be a card of struggle or challenge, but it's usually a card of success despite challenges, despite adversity. And I always point out in this card that he's in a position of authority. He's in a position of advantage. Even though he may be fighting off 6 other people, it's possible that he may be leading 6 other people. He might be the guy who's saying, okay, look, we're going to go fight this battle. We're going to go lead. He's leading the charge. Or he's fighting off 6 people who disagree with him or, are trying to fight him. But he's in the upper position. He's got the upper hand. He's got the advantage. So what it's saying is defend your boundaries, stand up for what you believe in, stand your guard. Don't let people, if people are challenging you, hold your position is what this card is about. And it usually shows success despite adversity. So even though there might be challenges, even though there might be struggles, 7 of Wands says persevere, hold your position, fight it off, and you'll usually get success through that. In the second week of April, we've got the Sun, which is your card, Leo. You're ruled by the Sun, but it's in the reverse position. So when the Sun shows up, that's usually a card of vitality. It's a card of integration. It's a card of joy. It's like when the sun is shining on you, it's your moment. You're coming forth in all of your radiance, all of your glow, all that golden light shines on you. You can just feel it. It's like being out in the sun on a sunny day. It's just sun energy. Even in the reverse position, the Sun is still a very positive card. It just means that you might not be able to access your full radiance, your full glow, your full vitality, whatever it is. This is a good time for you, second week of April, but you may have to, there may be like a thin veneer of some sort of fear, doubt, or resistance that is causing you to not feel your 100% full self. I want you to ask what that is. Maybe are you just tired and worn out from week 1 and having to fight all those battles where it's a good time, but you're just kind of tired or exhausted from it? There's something where ultimately you feel happy and joyful and radiant and sunny, like you are naturally as a Leo. But there's something that's just a little askew, a little off, a little unavailable, or where it's just below the surface. You're only getting like 80% of the sun. You're not getting 100% of the sun. It's there though. So enjoy the vitality that comes with this. Enjoy the golden glow of being in the sun. Just try to look at what is that little like dust on the windshield that's preventing you from feeling it fully, Leo. Because sun is showing up for you second week of April. Then, third week of April, great time to go forward with confidence, with enthusiasm, with vigor. I kind of see this as you, Leo. This is a fire sign. So this could be Leo, it could be Aries, or it could be Sagittarius, but I'm really reading it as you, like in the third week of April, that you get all this confidence, this daring, this boldness. Knight of Fire, or Knight of Wands, also known as Jack of Clubs, is full of courage, of daring. In the Rider-Waite, he's up on a horse that's up on 2 legs. So he's like, let's go for it. Let's go now. I'm ready to go. He's very cocky. He can be arrogant. So when he shows up, use his bold, daring, adventurous, courageous spirit to get things done and go for it. But be careful of going overboard. Don't become arrogant. Don't become cocky. Don't like leap before you look, because he's like, let's go. I don't even care. Like, I'm ready to jump off that cliff. Let's go. So know that he is bold and daring, and use that to your advantage. Tap into his confidence and his boldness. Again, I really read this as you for April, Leo. But whatever is lacking in energy in week 2, you're going to make up for it in week 3. Just be careful not to go overboard when he shows up. Take a moment to think, because he's full speed ahead. And sometimes he gets burned by his own daring or boldness. Like, don't be reckless. Be bold. Be daring. Take chances. Go. Be adventurous. Take that Jack of Fire energy, but don't be reckless. And then fourth week is Two of Wands. So Two of Wands, again, more boldness. That's another thing that this card has in common. You know, this is like holding your own power. This is feeling like the world is in the palm of your hands, or the world is my oyster, you know, that things are going my way. I'm going to scale that mountain. And by the way, I'm also going to get help, because this is a Two card. So Two of Wands depicts the person who's trying to achieve something, as well as receiving help from someone else. They're here in the picture, but they're not fully depicted. So they're here to help you. I often look at this as like a mountain climber, and this is their Sherpa who's helping them achieve that. It means accomplishing the goals that you're looking forward to. So boldness, personal power, confidence, going forward, receiving help, feeling like the world is in the palm of your hands, feeling like you can do anything. So I really see an evolution in April for you. I'm going to say a lot of it hinges, because if you look at how these all hinge around this card, as you embrace your own unique way of doing things, not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about being conventional or traditional, not, you know, seeing things from your own perspective, Leo. As you do that and embrace that and get comfortable with that, it's going to feel like less of a struggle and fighting other people off, and like you constantly have to defend your boundaries. You're going to get into this sunny vibration, this time of joy and vitality. This is not fully there, but it's emerging. This is like sun coming out through the clouds. And then you're going to get into this place towards the end of the month of confidence and boldness, you know, feeling like willing to go for it, willing to try it out, you know, like going for it. Confidence, energy, daring. And Two of Wands is like, I've got the world in the palm of my hand. I'm there, I'm doing it. And not only that, I'm receiving help. So nice evolution of energy through April. Try to turn this around from caring what other people think to just being you, accepting that, getting comfortable with that. And it looks like April's going to be a nice month for you, Leo.